so one thing that I'm disappointed about is these seats honestly are too high for the car. Even when it's leaned all the way back, it's still rubbing on here, and there's really not much I can do. I don't even have the brackets on, it's already touching the floor. So sadly, I really can't go with these seats and have them fit right. So what I'm doing is I ordered a set of other seats that I want to test fit. They're another replica of the ones I want, different color and everything, but they're pretty similar style and the dimensions are the same to the ones I want. So I'm gonna go unbox those real quick. They're over there. Package was damaged in shipping, so I'm hoping they're not destroyed, but they're temporary, so I'm really not too concerned about it, but I'll check. So this is how the boxes came. Over here it's just destroyed. It's pretty dented up everywhere. They said they had to repackage some of it, so I'm gonna cut it open and see how everything looks. Okay, so these are the new seats. As you can see, a lot more room up here. Fits a lot better. The other ones stuck out a ton. These have a couple inches of space, and they should be a lot better for at least me being able to drive the car around, so that's good. Okay, so when I filmed last video, I originally planned to install the rest of the exhaust and get that done in this video, except I decided that instead of doing it now, since it's pretty cramped under there, there's not a ton of room, I ordered some quick jacks, so I'll get a little bit more room under there, a lot easier to work with, and just more stable. So that should be here early next week, but I still want to work on the car instead of just waiting for those. So I'm going to do other stuff. I'm going to put the car back down with the exhaust that's on there now. I still have to do the mufflers and that mid-pipe section, not mid-pipe, but just other part. And then when the quick jacks come, I'll put the car back up and do those. Okay, so this is the first ride in the Vaydor since we took it apart. We still have just the cage on, but we have it out on the road and everything seems to be going okay. So we'll take it a ride around the block and see how it is. Okay, so the ride seemed to go okay, but when we got back and stopped moving, we noticed, I don't know if you can see on camera, there's some smoke coming out of the engine. Once we turned the engine off, it seemed to stop, but I'm not really sure what it is. It seems to be a little wet down there, but I'm gonna have to figure out what that is and fix that. Okay, so we let it run for a little bit longer, and I think that was just some leftover oil from when I did the oil change. Seems to be running good now. Everything works great. Driving it around the block a few times, no issues whatsoever, and it looks great. It's fun to drive, and we have a welder coming next couple days when it's nice all day. Nice right now, but it was raining earlier. We need a day that's all nice because we're pulling it out of the garage onto the driveway for him to weld outdoors so we don't catch anything on fire. But that should happen the next couple days, get it welded up, and then we can stick the kit on permanently and get it moving. One big issue I might run into is the seat. I'm gonna have to figure something out for that, because this is my brother in the car, and as you can see, his head's sticking out. And I'm a couple inches taller than him, so my head sticks out even more. So I'm gonna have to figure something out, maybe have to use the original seats that come from Vaydor, unless I can lower this down somehow. But yeah, I'm gonna have to figure something out so I can actually use the car. The car's now back in the garage, and the quick jacks will be here tomorrow, so I can get that back up, put the rest of the exhaust on, and the welder should be here around Wednesday to weld up the whole car, all the tabs and everything, teach me how to do it too. He's also going to reinforce some of the other areas. Like here, there's only small welds here and here. He's gonna go all the way across. I'm not sure if you need it, but he said he's just gonna do it anyways. It'll take him couple minutes, so he's just gonna do it. And once we get it welded, I'll be able to get a lot further along in the process, and hopefully I'll have it together within the next 3 or 4 weeks, so I expect to have the kit on, the doors hooked up and aligned. The front, I want to start test fitting that after the body's on where it's going to be, so I can line that up and set up the mounting points. From what I've seen online, to mount the front clip, you make little L brackets out of steel, and they come out of here, and then you bolt that to the inside here on the front clip, and you also go here into these holes, or these holes I have to check again, but that all gets bolted on, so that shouldn't be too hard. That's going to take a while to get fit exactly right, but I mean, it's just a lot of trial and error. I should work out fine. So for the seats, I'm going to try moving them back and forth, and the back also adjusts. And once I put the kit back on after it's welded, I'll sit in there and keep adjusting it and see if I can get my head at a level I need to, so I can sit comfortably without my head hitting the ceiling. One thing I think I'm going to have to do, regardless if I use these seats or the Vaydor seats, is I think I'm going to have to modify the headliner from like the midpoint back. That way my head doesn't hit it, because even if I can clear the roof itself, I think I'm going to have issues with the headliner. And if I can't sit with that in, I'm going to try coming down here and removing the sliders, bolting this bracket directly into the seats, gain about 1 inch back. I won't be able to move it forwards or backwards, but if I can get an extra inch back, I'm hoping that's going to give me enough room for me to sit in here without hitting my head. And if that doesn't work, I'll have to figure something out. I can always try other seats. These ones are lower up top, but as you can see, the bottom of that one is significantly thinner than the bottom of this one, so I could maybe figure something out, like repad in here, get that rewrapped but a lot thinner, and just modify these, or just get the Vaydor ones wrapped. I might put those in here and sit in it, see if it's better, but I'll figure it out eventually. Worst case scenario, I can just get the smallest seats I can have, just like the aluminum bucket seats temporarily until I can figure something out. But for now, these are okay since I don't have the kit on, and even when I get the kit on, I can just crouch down and it should be okay. Another thing I wanted to discuss is the exhaust. So I am installing this exhaust for now, and I want to keep this piping. A lot of people were giving me a hard time in the comments because I was using an eBay exhaust, but if you look closely, like, the pipes themselves are pretty good quality, the welds are really nice, and it seems like pretty good steel, nothing wrong with the pipes themselves. And the mufflers are what have the issues in these cheaper exhausts. They're pretty cheaply put together and they don't last very long, but the pipes are, as I said, pretty good quality. So I don't plan to keep the mufflers that came on it. I really like the sound of the straight pipe. It is a little loud, so what I'm planning to do is put some resonators in as the mufflers where the mufflers are, and then use the rest of this piping from eBay because it's basically all I need. I don't want to buy an expensive system just to chop it and mess with that, because if I bought a $2,000 exhaust and then cut into it, it's really not worth it. So that's what I'm doing for the exhaust. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I know it's been a little while since I released one. I've been busy, but I really hope to get some more out there soon. Once I get it welded, it'll start moving along a lot quicker and I can have a lot more videos coming out.